Zombies are everywhere. We see them in movies, TV shows, and video games. They're slow, dumb, and hungry for brains. But are they real? Most people think zombies are just fiction. But some real-life cases make you wonder. What if there's more to the zombie myth than we think? Could zombies actually exist? Let's explore the origins of the zombie myth and look at some shocking evidence. Get ready to be scared. The zombie myth is older than you might think. It comes from Haiti. Haitian folklore tells of powerful spirits and sorcerers. These sorcerers could supposedly bring back the dead. These reanimated corpses were called zombies. They were said to be mindless slaves to the sorcerer's will. These stories spread through the Caribbean and eventually to the rest of the world. Over time, the zombie myth evolved. Now, zombies are usually depicted as flesh-eating monsters. While the idea of a sorcerer raising the dead seems far-fetched, some real-life phenomena share similarities with zombie-like behavior. In the natural world, we see instances where animals exhibit behaviors that are eerily reminiscent of the undead. Scientists have observed animals acting strangely after being infected with certain parasites or diseases. These infections can lead to drastic changes in behavior, almost as if the animals are no longer in control of their own actions. For example, a fungus can infect ants and control their minds. This particular fungus, known as Ophiocordyceps, infiltrates the ant's body and takes over its central nervous system. The infected ants behave erratically like mindless zombies. They leave their colonies, climb vegetation, and attach themselves to leaves or branches. This fungus effectively turns ants into living puppets. The fungus then grows out of the ant's body, releasing spores to infect more ants. While this fungus doesn't affect humans, it raises questions. What if there were other parasites or diseases that could manipulate human behavior in a similar way? Could other parasites or diseases exist that could cause similar effects on people? The possibility, though remote, is a fascinating and somewhat unsettling topic for scientists to explore. Section 4. The case of Clairvius Narcisse. One of the most compelling cases of possible zombieism is the story of Clairvius Narcisse. This case has intrigued researchers, historians, and the general public for decades. Clairvius was a Haitian man who died and was buried in 1962. His death was officially recorded, and his family mourned his loss, believing he was gone forever. 18 years later, in 1980, a man claiming to be Clairvius showed up in his village. This unexpected return shocked the villagers and his family, who had long accepted his death. He recognized his family and remembered details about his life. These details were so specific that it was hard to dismiss his claims. His family was both overjoyed and confused by his return. Clairvius claimed a voodoo sorcerer had brought him back from the dead and forced him to work as a slave on a sugar plantation. He described the harrowing experience of being under the control of the sorcerer and the grueling labor he endured. His case gained international attention and remains a subject of debate. Scholars and scientists have studied his story, trying to understand the truth behind his claims. Was it a case of mistaken identity, or did Clairvius truly experience something supernatural? The mystery of Clairvius Narcisse continues to captivate and puzzle people around the world. Section 5. More than just stories. While skeptics argue that Clairvius's story is a hoax or a case of mistaken identity, it highlights the enduring power of the zombie myth. Could there be a scientific basis for some aspects of the zombie myth? Could certain toxins, drugs, or diseases induce a zombie-like state in humans? While the idea of hordes of flesh-eating undead roaming the streets is unlikely, the possibility of mind-altering substances or diseases causing similar symptoms is a chilling thought. Section 6. The truth is out there. So, are zombies real? The answer is complicated and layered with both myth and science. While the traditional voodoo zombie might be rooted in folklore, often depicted in ancient rituals and stories passed down through generations, the idea of a mind-controlled human manipulated through mysterious means, or a person exhibiting zombie-like symptoms due to external factors such as drugs or diseases, is not entirely outside the realm of possibility. Modern science has shown us that the brain can be influenced in many ways. As science progresses, we might discover new diseases, viruses, or even chemicals or substances that could induce such a state, making the line between fiction and reality blur. Until then, the zombie myth continues to fascinate and frighten us, feeding our imaginations and our fears. The truth, as they say, is out there, waiting to be uncovered by those brave enough to seek it.